Welcome to the Soul Source podcast, where you can expect conversations about the Akashic records and how to rewrite your limiting beliefs so you can finally be free and prosperous. Discover your energy bodies as the communication system between your human, your higher self, and the field. This is otherworldly energetics made practical to shift your reality. Your divine inheritance of having your earthly needs met and receiving all of your heart's desires starts now. Building from burnout will end in tears. Sounds dramatic, I know, but I am seeing a lot of posts on social media these days saying things like, I'm the most burnt out I've ever been, but the version of me who refuses to quit is so much louder. Now, these are beautiful women with big dreams, but I am here to tell you that the ends do not justify the means. You will build the thing, and in the end, you will resent the thing. I built my dream. I built a multidisciplinary private health clinic. I had therapists under one roof. I led a team, but I was always burned out. And when I hit 6 figures, which was my dream at the time, my very first thought was, who the fuck wants to live like this? Who on earth wants to live like this? Because it had cost me so much to get there. It had cost my health, my family, my freedom. You ask any woman who has burned down her successful business, ask her why she did it, and she'll tell you it cost her too much. It always costs your health, your family, and your freedom. And that is why I had to learn how to serve from capacity, how to sell from divinity. The goal is to serve from capacity. The goal is to be as devoted to yourself and your family as you are to your mission, not sacrificing yourself along the way. The goal is to take such immaculate care of yourself that you actually fall in love with yourself along the way. And you fall in love with the process. You fall in love with what it is that you're creating, and you actually detach from the outcome. You detach from the success, who's looking at your reels, how many people are opting in, how much money you've got, the status that you want, the random milestone that you put in your head. When you detach from those, I cannot tell you how much it will relieve the pressure that you feel. If you can be so engrossed in the process of what you're doing, the outcome happens naturally, but the way you get there is so different. So right now, at any point in time, you can decide to be prosperous. You can decide that you're going to be prosperous while you build the thing. You're going to be rich in time, energy, magic, space, fulfillment, aliveness, while you are building your business, while you are growing your income and impact, not by running yourself into the ground. You are building something beautiful. And you can decide at any point that it's not money at any cost, success at any cost, impact at any cost. You can decide right now that you are available for all of it. Burnout is not a badge of honor. It's an energy body sign for a specific survival loop. This is a sign of a body that is stuck in all give and no take. That's why you pour your heart and soul into your work and feel like you get very little back. You feel like you get very little in return. It never quite gives you that soul satisfaction that you're searching for. Your body doesn't know how to receive yet. When you're stuck in this loop, your body doesn't know how to receive. It doesn't have the space to receive. It doesn't know how to accept more money, more clients, more magic, more opportunities, more attention, more visibility. And if you're burned out, it's already overwhelmed, so it's not going to allow more in. That's why it feels like you're forcing all the time. This is what makes it feel like you're pushing boulders uphill all the time. So this is not about refusing to quit. Because if the business is on your heart, then it is yours to build. It is yours to share with us. It is meant to make you money, but not by sacrificing yourself in the process. It's about creating the capacity to receive what it is that you're asking for, what that thing on your vision board is. It's about creating the capacity for the life that you can feel pulling you forward. So step 1 in creating capacity is boundaries. If your body is caught in this loop, then it will also probably struggle setting boundaries. You'll be used to people pleasing. Saying no will feel absolutely horrendous. Letting people down will make you feel so bad. And if you're stuck in this loop, it's likely that your body actually that you have no idea when it's in your best interest to set boundaries. So this is what makes you end up giving your time and energy to things that don't amplify you or your business. So when it comes to doing things that bring you joy or the things that actually do move the needle in your business, you don't have any time or energy left. Instead of making your decisions from people pleasing, you can start to make the decisions that actually expand your business, that grow your business. So this is what I help private clients with. I help them rewrite this entire loop, like collapse the entire loop in the Akashic records. And this is how I continually expand my capacity for big client transformations, big money, big missions, big magic, while I'm recording podcasts, while I'm creating content, and still going to the gym 3 times a week, still luxuriating in the sauna, still cooking from scratch, still growing vegetables, and not feeling drained by any of it. Not feeling like I have to go to bed earlier and earlier and earlier. Because I learned how to create capacity and I learned how to serve from capacity. I have served my entire life. I am here in service. That is my mission. But part of my mission was to learn how to do that in a completely different way. I had to rewrite what being in service meant. Your medicine, your gifts, your message changes lives. I mean, let that sink in. You change people's lives. You download the divine solutions the world needs right now through your offers and your services. You're not just building a little side hustle. You have answered the call. You have said yes to your divine purpose in this lifetime. But that mission was never meant to cost you anything. It was only ever meant to give you everything. That is why I created Holy No. for spiritual entrepreneurs, service-based women who are building something meaningful from your life's work, who want to serve more people and create more money, but without burning out. It's a training and a round table where the women inside are mission-led and ready to support each other because they know that there is space for us all to win. So if you know you are meant for more, but are no longer willing to choose between your mission and yourself, then this is the table you belong at. I will obviously leave the links below. DM me any questions that you have about it on Instagram. And I look forward to connecting with you on the next podcast. If this episode spoke to you, please follow, review, and share until every man, woman, and child remembers their own sovereign divinity. I'm rooting for you. We rise together.